Alright, session 13, that's what I got anyway, started with us finding out that the next piece of the Rod of Law, is in the astral plane, according to Garret.
Because of the visions he saw while
Yes.
holding the One Piece.
His visions, the One Piece is real. And then we got kicked out, more or less, of the little inn that we were staying at. And Ellanis had fucked off at some point as well. So Garret cast sending to Ellanis, asking where he's at. He went to a Thayan outpost, and that he'll meet us there at a crossroads, some such. We're pretty far from there, but we headed on over. Eventually, found our way.
It was a the part of the city was called the Thayan Outpost.
Yep.
It wasn't like an outpost that was in the city.
Yeah,
Just want to point that out. I know. I'm just getting it for everybody at home that's listening to our recording. Hi, everyone.
Unless they're blind, in which case.
I was mentioning stupid fucks.
Oh, and like as we were walking through the city, I kept seeing like small figure, like a porcelain-like face, and I keep hearing a bunch of crow noises. That sure is weird. See it out of like the corner of my eye, almost as if it's keeping an eye on us or looking out for us. Knowing what I know now, I do not believe that was the case. There was some talk about something called the Moth, which, from what we understand, some of the dead were actually afraid of. Some of the dead that live in Evernight, whatever the hell it's called, were afraid of it. So we heard that was like a thing that we could go and check out. There was also the Demon Pit. We discovered that was open and potentially very dangerous. Red cloaks around the castle, clearly connected to the Wizards of Thay, hence Thayan Outpost. Duh. Oh, so we get to Thayan Outpost, and we saw a bunch of people in cages. Hate that. Didn't much care for that. I don't remember if they were dead or alive. I'm going to assume alive.
Mix of both.
Mix of both. Okay. We came across Ellanis as well. He had some legion of the Moth. Ellanis thinks that it's a good thing, and that we should check it out in order to get out of here. There's pretty much one way in, one way out, and the one way out is the crevices of dusk. Basically, kind of like portals, I would assume, which is likely the way that we got here in the first place. So we need to find one, and people in Evernight don't really talk about them much at all. The closer to the Demon Pit, the less the dead are hanging out, so they must not like it either. The link to our plane could be thinner there, potentially. It was a potential lead anyway, and then we could always ask Sangora, if she had any information on either the crevice or the Moth, or the Demon Pit. Of course, we would have to trade that information for blood. We decided ultimately to go with that, though. Garret sent her a message, asking her to meet us where we were at, because she may have information on the Moth. We also learned that Garret has a sister. I wrote that down. Turns out most people in his... Oh, so we were discussing blood, and whose blood she would potentially want. Ellanis was out of the question. Vera's out of the question. She definitely didn't want Oordem's blood, because it's cursed, and Garret's was presumably, turns out it was. Oops. And most people in his tribe look like vultures too. So ultimately, she really only wanted Nima or Canis's blood. Nima freaked out a lot about it, so ultimately Canis decided to volunteer. and he took it like a champ, I guess.
He
And she told us
He complained the whole time, but yeah.
She had told us that under the corpse market, my favorite market, there is like a domain of dread almost coming from the tomb of Dolendare. If I remember right. Did I write that wrong? I might have done. I don't remember now. And I can't find it in the chat, so. But there is a tomb under the corpse market. So we were like, fuck it. Let's go. Off we went. We just want to get the hell out of here. At some point in, like, as we were going through the tomb, I saw a scale, or we saw a scale. It's like a skeletal hand with two plates on either side. Oh no, that was in a shop, I think, not in the tomb. But anyway, I also keep seeing glimpses of a mask. Head down the tomb. It's lit enough. There was a large burial chamber that we came to, carved with likenesses of... oh god, I can't read my own writing. Sorry, hold on. What?
So the statues, what I have written down for the statues are that they were missing, most of them were missing a hand. Keeping on with the theme of Vecna, I'm not sure who they were carved in the likeness of, if we got that information.
I just carved in the likeness of a... something human. I don't know. I don't know what I wrote. I can't read my own writing.
It's fine.
Oh, most, if not all, carvings here also have a missing hand. There was one blank slab with a piece of paper on it, but the paper kind of fell to dust in Oordem's hand. Numi's room, I think, was what we ultimately made that out to be.
Yes.
Then a ghost showed up. Numi. Ta-da! A faint blue light around her. She said that Lady Dolendare, I think that's what I wrote, hired her about 50 to 100 years ago or so. Dolendare, yeah. And she's been here for a while. She said that something dark keeps them here. And that her master and mistress are restless, and to get out before her family... Oh no, somebody else got out before her family could kill her, or get her killed. Then she came back. I don't quite know who they were talking to, or talking about at this point. And that she came back with a dark entity. And then I had to AFK for a second here, but as far as I understand, it was clear that Sangora then sent some vampires after us for some reason that I'm still not quite sure about.
I'll keep going if you get AFK.
No. Like, I went AFK.
Oh, you were AFK. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I keep hearing these damn crows. I keep getting shot on my back. The fuck? Oh, and then, so like halfway, close to the endish of the fight, I guess, there was a huge swarm of birds that suddenly came into the tomb. But yeah, we gotta go, pretty much. Some weird shit's happening. Within the swirl, we could see a womanly figure with a porcelain face and 6 wings, and humanoid in figure, but clearly not human at all, and kind of creepy. So as we run, we couldn't run out. We had to run inward more into the tomb. As we run, Canis slams into somebody who's injured, bloodied. They have a cape that looks like moth wings. Shock and awe, except JK, shock and awe, it's Ellanis. It was Ellanis. The moth is Ellanis.
But she's an elf.
But now she is an elf. So that made for a very awkward family reunion for about 5 seconds before we were like, we gotta go. There was a coffin that had the crevice within it. Ellanis knew about it and was pretty much on her way through it whenever we all came about her. We don't see where it leads though, so hopes and prayers as we all jump in. I took one last look at the crow lady and it felt like I needed to physically pull myself away from her as I went through the portal. And surprise, the portal led us back to Neverwinter, and I believe Maddox and Olu were there waiting for us.
Phil saying the diviner knew where we were gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Which must suck because nobody can throw them a surprise birthday party.
Okay,
The only thing I want to add actually is that we had Gertrude in tow for most of that. We lost her when we went down into the underground, so she is MIA, assumed KIA.
Back. Gertrude.
my only girlfriend. So you guys, I mentioned that you guys came to and in the same area, graveyard kind of deal, right?
Yeah, because where we ended off, we got back to Neverwinter, and then Olu is right there.
Maddox picked up Ellanis, and Olu was behind Maddox.
I kind of imagine the transition was kind of like the third Pirates movie when they flipped the boat, and we're suddenly on like the real world instead of the Shadowfell.
Pretty much, you guys fell upwards and out of the portal. It wasn't comfortable.
Did
But-
we all land on Garret as well?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Garret got fucking crushed.
Garret takes 6 damage.
Holy
I'm down.
six.
I'll fucking do it.
No, you don't have to. Yeah, so much starker contrast to Evernight. The sky is blue. The weather is late winter, but still warm. It's as beautiful as the day you left it, really. And Maddox kneels down and he just pretty much squeezes the shit out of you, Ellanis. After he looks back to Olu for a second to confirm it's actually Ellanis. And all Olu does is give a firm affirmation in the shape of a silent nod.
She looks super awkward and just kind of tap on his head. Like, okay, I'm back. I'm good.
Nope. You gotta take this for a little bit more, kid.
Okay.
He's squeezing you tighter. You guys can hear some of the
Yeah.
bones that crack
Yeah.
when you normally move.
There's an arrow in my left back hip. You're pushing it in.
Oh. He lets you down. He puts you down.
Ow. Shit. Yeah, I got things pretty good down there.
Oh,
Once I think I come back,
you look a little sick under the
different.
guilt.
I'm not going to hear the fucking jokes.
Welcome to the Pointy Edge Club.
I do not.
Do you
Never
guys
mind.
mind?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Garret.
Are you okay down there?
No, I'm.
Oh,
I'll put a hand out to help him up.
What the?
Not
fuck?
my Vecna
It's
hand, my
me.
other hand. I put my good hand out.
I'll give you a second level cure wounds too.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
And then pat him slightly too hard on the back.
Where y'all been?
The Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how I got there. How did you?
Well, we're not
Okay,
dead.
so we know how we got there, but how did you?
Well, you know, touche. I think. Okay, as much as I would love to tell stories of adventures and battle and whatever the fuck happened, I need a drink. I haven't drinking in so long. I'm going to a tavern. I want alcohol now. This has been too much, too quickly. Just
You're gonna hear me, are you?
God,
How long has it?
kind of.
How long has it been for you down there?
I don't remember.
You lost track.
Because it wasn't a handful of weeks ago you were a scared little girl not willing to go into battle. But now you're quite a bit more.
I just felt that one. I guess time works differently in the planes. It's a thing, I guess. I don't remember. I stopped counting the days. Fair, it's been a while since I've slept, so didn't help either.
Vera's going to. I'm assuming Ellanis is back on the ground now.
Yeah, she's on her feet, just dusting
She'll-
the blood.
Vera will just pull her into a big ol' hug.
God, what? What's with the hugging?
Oh, I'm just so happy that you're back. Oh, sorry. She'll loosen her grip a little.
Everyone's pushing that one arrow deep. Can I take it out first?
Maddox just walks up and pulls it out.
That's
Pulls it out from 10 feet away.
okay. It's fine.
There's so much we need to talk about.
Yes, all of you, sort of brother.
As you guys are talking now, Olu's kind of just circles the group, looking at and assessing quietly.
Did you say looking at an assassin?
Looking and assessing.
Assessing.
Oh, assessing. I was like, what do you mean, an assassin?
An assassin, where?
So one of you is a secret assassin.
Roll initiative.
It's time for my
no,
secret
they're-
backstory to come through. I have been hired to kill you all.
Maybe, yes, I think maybe we should,
I'd rather. Yes, if
to
we
the
are going to
castle,
talk.
or
Not yet.
not? Oh, no.
No, I just. That's going to be tough. So I'd
Oh.
rather give myself a moment.
We could always squeeze past the Driftwood Tavern.
Oh, I miss the driftwood.
I mean,
Driftwood it is. Let's go.
yep. Shabir's gonna look at Olu and look back at Ellanis and be like, I have a feeling everybody already knows, though.
Olu shakes his head.
Oh. All right. Driftwood it is. Anima, are you are you alright with all this?
Nima's pulling himself out from underneath. What do you mean? I've been joking. Ay.
Oh,
No,
Nima,
it's okay,
have
it's
you
okay.
met Ellanis? You two probably kick it off really well. You should have a conversation.
I mean, I would try, but I feel like it'd be a little awkward talking to someone that you all let die.
Let's
Hey,
die.
That's what happened, right? Well, you were all like, oh, so sad. Ay. Sorry, I came back from fucking hell, so I'm kind of coming back too,
The
okay?
Lord of Secrets disintegrated her right in front of me. It was not by choice.
You know what was also not by choice? Being chased by a fucking razor blade of crows. Crows don't do that!
No, that
They look weird and blow up when they eat rice.
You
Was that an old outdoor
don't sound
thing?
like you had a good time.
No, it was not. It was fucking dark. It was lava. There was a weird vampire
Hey,
lady.
look,
I
I don't
know
get
how feel
around to
about her.
adventure much anymore. I gotta take it where I can get it.
Good. Don't go down there. That's a terrible place. They don't.
You would
pay in
love it.
blood
It's
and
on.
you die.
It's on fire. There's vampires everywhere. I can't wait
Sounds
to.
like
I can't wait to go back personally.
sounds like a good time.
We didn't get to go to the House of Screams.
Sounds like an amusement park.
I know.
How are
Was
you
it-
all
was it next to,
amused?
like,
It
the-
was not fun.
We made it back. Well, most of us. Looking
I can't be
around,
the only one.
Gertrude.
Oh no, Nemo, that place was awful, but you
Okay,
have
cool,
to
I
make
just-
the best. No, I didn't want to be there anymore, but you need to make the best of a bad situation sometimes.
I think
Find
we've made the best by not being there.
We got a good story out of it.
Yes, betrayed by a vampire.
I-
Almost killed by a crow woman.
Yeah,
Do you think Gertrude made it out?
I
I-
hope she's alright.
Mhm.
Garret, don't you?
Being realistic, I
Garret.
don't think she is.
I clamp my fist around his beak.
No. I know.
You don't need to speak it into the world.
It's all right.
I like go.
It's okay.
I just wish I could have protected her.
Maybe we'll tap the. I'd say your back. I don't know how tall he is, but it's fine. I think we should just we should catch up and we'll figure it out from there.
I agree.
You guys take the time to walk over towards and around avoiding Castle Never and head over towards the Driftwood Tavern. Familiar
As
spot
we're
for
walking.
some people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I'm just saying it's a familiar spot for some people.
If they don't make me pay off my tab, I ordered so many lunch specials when I first arrived.
As you're walking, what, Oordem?
Yeah, I'll just do it. Ellanis, it's good to see you healthy again. I know.
Damn.
Yes.
Sorry. I only knew you for like a couple of hours. It's
I
been a
know.
minute.
We were not. Yeah, it was
No,
not
it's okay.
any sort of companionship of any sort. No, but we did let you die in a sense.
Ed, don't. I know. Don't. It's not on you. It's all of you.
I did get your bag, by the way. Probably didn't have anything important in it, but I got it
Where is it?
with your father.
Fuck. Okay, it's fine. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know you were. I didn't know what happened to you. I thought maybe.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just it. No, because I. There's
I
a
looked
journal in
through it. It
there.
looks like you had a couple of rations and that's about it.
It's her.
As
It's
you
her,
guys,
it's her uncle, isn't it?
Or
well, no,
uncle.
the father is
The father was there.
the father's the captain, and the uncle
Right,
is,
sorry.
is Reynold.
Reynolds.
It's with your
Uh,
uncle is what I meant then.
Oh, that's right.
No,
The
it's
brother
okay.
was the angel. Okay.
Brothers
speaking,
Giannis.
speaking of
Never-
Giannis, he's gonna
Had a.
Oh yeah.
he's gonna head off towards Castle Never as you guys get around to this point.
Are you going to Okay.
Uncle needs to know.
Well, it feels weird if you tell him and then I'm not there.
I think that you've been through enough that he'll just be excited to hear the news.
It wasn't that bad. It just
Giannis does the brotherly angle of the head down, like, don't fucking talk back to me.
Look, last time we met, you were able to fight off that. You fought off Hadra last time. I'm on par now. I'm not a child.
You're not a child, but you're still my younger sister.
Why would you put a Night Stalker down? I kind of feel a little proud. That sucked.
Just go have fun. We'll catch up. I got some questions for you anyway.
We'll get it done anyway. Oh.
He just walks out. It's good to see you. I think he gives you a big hug.
So,
An arrowless hug.
Yeah, arrowless hug. But she still has issues accepting it, but she'll give a kind of like awkward, like, yeah, I know.
Demeanor sort of the same that we saw with Ellanis or the original Ellanis, or is it notably different, even for the short time that we had known the original Ellanis?
She's standing taller. This was Ellanis you met was a guard woman who her greatest hunt was a outlying wolf that got a little too close. And now she's wearing knickknacks from the Shadowfell. Quite a rapid upgrade.
Are you speaking in third person?
A little bit.
That was a player question. That was a player question.
Oh,
Sorry, sometimes when people ask me about a player question, I end up going a little monologuing. But anyone with, I think, even like a basic insight can just kind of tell there is this sort of. Like that one was just like, yeah, this was like you can kind of really would pull out like, oh yeah, a guard woman. But now it's like, okay, this person's definitely done stuff. Like it's that line between merc and adventurer. Person who's like, oh no, that's a Hydra. The person who's like, yeah, I know, a Hydra. Get ready.
You're seasoned now. You're seasoned.
Yeah, her composure is a little more
There's-
seasoned. You can tell that she's been through things.
You know that there's that line between the character and the adventurer.
Okay.
We'll see more of it.
And
Don't worry.
the other thing I want to say as we're walking before we get to the tavern, what is the demeanor of the city? Last time we were here, Maddox was pretty much in charge of busting heads and hanging cultists, more or less, or putting them on display.
He didn't seem like he had to be anywhere until, obviously, you guys started walking, and then he had to get back to business. But he made
Well, not the demeanor of Maddox, the demeanor of the city.
Well,
That's what I meant.
he didn't seem like he had to be anywhere particular or pertinent to anything threatening. But at the moment, the city seems a little more relaxed than it has been in the past month or two that you've been here.
Okay.
It's definitely for sure kind of de-escalated a bit. There's less. I guess like after a while you begin to grow accustomed to whatever's affecting the city, and at this point you don't hear much. You do see the occasional guy strung up, but it's not like it's like morbid.
Okay.
It's as morbid as it is for the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's not like whispers on the wind of oh my god. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. So that's all I needed. If we get to the tavern, we get to the tavern.
She I just kind of on her side. She is sort of looking back, like wanting to say something, and just going, nope, never mind. Not seeming to make up her mind right now.
but does she look like she has something she wants to say?
Yeah, but mostly she's looking at Garret right now, but it's not. She can't have the confidence.
I don't think she knows what Garret can do, so Garret is gonna do the Garret thing.
She's looking back as you guys are now entering the tavern. This thing's kind of shifts. The tavern keep sees you guys coming in. Garret, go ahead and do your thing. What's the save for it?
Detect thoughts is a wisdom 17.
Go ahead, Ellanis.
Yeah. Damn, I had to roll above a 10 on that one. 15.
Okay, so you
Yeah, and I know how it works. Don't you just.
So what are you thinking?
So this is beyond. Yeah, this is the saving throw. So beyond surface thoughts, the more ingrained you.
Do you want, before you go, do you want to keep this between you two and Phil?
No.
Okay.
I like the dramatic irony. You get. It's chaos. You see visions of violence, of conflicts, of edge. Her mind right now is keeping a perception on every corner, every hallway, every alleyway, every window from a mind that you don't think has stopped fighting for years.
Yeah. What feels like months to you, or a month or so to you guys, Garret, it feels like a lifetime for her.
And a lot of the vision is clouded by... A lot of the memories, too, seem to be very clouded. It's just violence, hunting, like things in the Shadowfell. This Raven character appearing over and over, commanding and demanding. That Tomb appearing over and over, reporting in, reporting out.
I need a wisdom save from you, Garret.
Oh shit.
Okay. Welcome to... Mind travel doesn't just affect me now.
I fucking nat one-ed it, so... Amazing.
Oh, baby.
For a second, as you dig deeper and deeper, you kind of like get deeper into her mind, and as you get deeper in her mind, you get deeper into darkness that's just kind of filled with nothing but darkness that kind of shifts away into an inky, like, translucent black puddle that shifts to the hue of raven feathers. And as the raven feathers kind of dissipate and fan out and flap, you kind of get confused for a moment before you're greeted with, almost like right in your face, that porcelain mask, and you are just stunned for a round, but it's enough to knock you out of Ellanis' head. You kind of fall to your ass.
What did the mask look like?
The same porcelain mask that chased you guys out of the tomb.
Oh shit.
But that knocks you to your ass, and literally to your ass.
Yeah, Garret
Just
fucking ass plants.
iron deficiency.
His head for a moment.
What happened there? You okay?
Don't worry about it.
I'm
fine.
I mean, we've been through a lot. I'm gonna be worried about it.
No, I'm just digging in places I shouldn't be digging in.
Huh.
Well, that's nothing new. So, Ellanis, why moths? What's with the moth?
As you guys pick Garret up and keep moving into the tavern, you guys get a table off to the side, and the barkeep just pretty much knows half of you, or at least brings breakfast foods over because it's kind of earlier, and then they also drop off some meads and ales to whoever wants them.
I'll have the usual.
You're on watch, buddy.
I'm good for it, you know that.
I don't know. You still owe us from 2 months ago. You owe us a month's worth of 2 months ago.
Hey, he's making sure that this city stays safe. I think you owe him a little more than just spite.
Thank you, Oordem.
2,000 gold and food is a lot.
How would you even get that far? That is a lot. Food is quite cheap. What the fuck did you order?
The wine with like gold flakes in it. I ordered like 5 cases.
Okay, well, Garret looks to the bartender. I'm actually not in his party.
I'm not with him.
So, separate bills?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody separate bills?
Yes.
Except for you. He points to Katniss. All
Don't
right.
worry. You can have
Sounds
some
good.
of my. You can have some of my bacon, Canis. I'll just whisper to him.
So, the tavern's kind of quiet at the moment. It's early morning. The sea breeze kind of blows into the tavern itself. It's a nice change of pace.
From the worst place. Second worst, third worst. There's a lot of worst places, but it wasn't fun.
Depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, depends on the time of day. And he's right in the shop. Anyway. But no, she'll sat down. She'll order her. He probably just gets a whole chicken. Okay.
Nima will be pulled aside as you guys are entering. Olu kind of stuck with you guys quietly in the back. But as you
Nima's
guys
going to talk to Olu.
No, as you guys are going in, Olu very much just intentionally pulls Nima aside.
Oh, sorry. I was already going to do that, but thank you.
And they have a conversation that I'll mention in a bit.
CC. Okay. So, I think, to be fair, because I have more questions than and you might have as many. I answer, I take a shot. You answer, you take a shot.
Deal.
We'll see how long
I
this
mean,
goes.
do we all take the shot because we all did this together?
Whoever asked the question.
Something to note. I know I said one thing, but I've actually changed my mind. Ellanis does not have the eye or the hand.
I was just about to ask that, actually.
No, I do not.
Well,
We destroyed your body. I'm sorry about that.
Well,
That's-
fun fact, I found a new one.
That's not true, actually. It was still there.
Can I pick up my ashes?
Oh, Ashes possessed by the god of secrets. Make your choice.
Has that gone anywhere?
I like to believe that he and Archie are locked in eternal combat forever.
Who? What?
Alanis doesn't know who Archie is, Canis. She
I
wasn't
know.
there.
I'm just letting him know how much he missed out on
You
without her.
Archie. So I'm guessing he's still been a problem.
well, to answer your question, I'll flip open the eye patch to reveal the missing-ish eye.
Yeah, I
That's what
kind
you
of.
guys are, P.
Yeah, I kind of saw all that. Is that
Yeah. That is a
Jealous.
side effect. That is a side effect of being.
This is what
marked.
happened after you
Yes.
died, basically.
It's
Oh,
being marked or tested by the God of Secrets, the God of Whispers, the Vecna.
Did the lights flicker?
There's a crack of lightning, even though it's like bright, beautiful, sunshiny day.
Lights dim, someone trips. Weird.
Proud Bruger.
So Mr. V's been active. Cool.
Well, that was what happened first.
Okay.
We were then pulled to Sigil. City on the... What is it? The Outer Plains? Outlands, but yeah, the city. We were pulled out of this plane. We met...
So you've also been plane hopping.
Yes.
Interesting.
We met several prominent wizards. Mordenkainen.
Like,
Yeah. Yes.
And-
Indeed.
like the one who wrote the.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Bit of an
He
arse,
who-
really.
He's
purveyor of the. Okay.
he's not as. I mean, well, don't get me wrong. He's quite amazing, but he's not as.
Oh, he's amazing in skill, but his social tact.
Oh,
could
he's
use some work.
everyone's written scripture about him. He's an asshole, but he's uber smart.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that at first.
Oh yeah, you should read some of the memoirs in the library. He didn't get along with a lot of people.
Really? Really? Never would have
No.
guessed that.
I
On top
have
of
some
that, also,
recommendations.
we rescued Tasha from eternally
Don't
being frozen.
recognize that one.
Perhaps
oh,
you've heard of her hideous laughter.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, I should read more.
Didn't she have other names as well?
Natasha, which isn't that different, but yes. and a slew of other characters
You,
that all seem to know Vera here. Vera.
Copyrighted, marketable characters.
Vera is like visibly offended when you just brush off Illustrial. She's like,
Getting to that next. Getting to that next. Lady Illustrial, who also seems to know your father. The captain's the father, right? I keep mixing this up.
Correct.
Yes, knows your father. We should probably send a message to him if someone hasn't already. Let you know that you're
Oh,
fine.
matter of fact, speaking on your father, I actually think that you. Oh, maybe not.
Quick
Never mind.
DM, you here?
Yeah.
Tappin, do I know Lady Industrial?
You know that your father has been working for her, yes.
Babysit you once when you were a kid.
well, he's the captain of her spell guard.
Yes, likely.
Which
I remember her.
I didn't know that you. Oh, imagine my shock.
Yeah, I didn't want
Oh.
to mention it because it felt a little weird. I didn't think you would treat me normally.
Why?
Sorry about that.
No,
Well,
I would
'cause-
have treated you just the same.
Well, people get weird about it because he's, cool.
I mean, yes, he is very cool, but
He's very cool. He's very great.
he's so cool. No, but imagine. Oh, I felt
love my dad.
terrible. I had no idea.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
How
so
did
after
he...
you died, and they were like, "Oh, well," he seemed so upset, and I had asked, oh, "Shit, what's her name? What's
Honea.
I asked Honea what was wrong, and then he went, "Oh, her daughter died," and I went, "Oh, that's so tragic." And then 2 and 2 together. And,
Does he know that you were there?
I mean, yeah,
You could sweat.
but it's fine.
Tell her about the robot thing.
It will be. Oh, what, Archie? Robot thing, Kenneth.
The late Archie.
The late Archie. He was an automaton of sorts.
No, I mean, I'm talking about you. Tell him your robot thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kenneth. Anyway, yes. So a little hand servant to Lady Illustrial. He would have loved him. He was so funny, just a little robotic fella. Anyway, he died, unfortunately.
Oh,
He died protecting us, saving us as we came face to face with Vecna. And
Saved us and gave Vera the power to
He-
let us escape.
yes.
came after you.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we also, along the way, met several other people. Ever been to Candlekeep?
Oh yes. I almost forgot about that.
Yes.
I think I went there for a summer.
We met a dragon there that was a kobold that almost burned us to death.
Oh, he was adorable.
quite
Such a
evil.
He
wonderful
was. He really was, yes.
little grandfather type.
I don't remember him.
Oh, what was his name again? Mowgli or something?
Mowgli, I think.
Mowgli.
Magai? Something.
Hmm.
Grand Master.
Magi?
of
Something like that. We also met a hag who wasn't really a hag.
And we were mean to her.
You were all very mean to her.
I didn't see you telling us to not talk about her during when you thought she was asleep. Don't be so modest, Vera.
What are you talking about? I was in her corner the whole time because I knew that at the time I didn't know she wasn't a hag, but at the moment I had, and I wanted to stay on her good side. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
We will go back at some point and
Either way, lovely
discover.
woman.
yes.
Lovely woman.
Apparently had some parents that Look
Grand
nothing like her.
adventures. No, grand adventures of some sort. Wonderful, wonderful lady. Granny Mabel.
Yes.
That name is familiar to you.
To Lannis.
Ellanis, you have
Just
you've
trying to
seen
remember.
this. You've seen this Mabel once or twice. You just can't remember.
I think someone talked about her.
She
She might
saved
be
us
local to
from.
the area.
She saved us from. Oh yes. You might find this interesting. I pull my gauntlet off to show my hand with a hole in it.
So did everyone get cursed? Was that just a day? It just happened.
Just me.
Yeah.
Just me. Well, this is a separate curse. This is.
So we're collecting them.
Apparently, I am. But
We had a coupon at 10.
I had this one as well.
Third one's free.
Show the tattoo that he got of the hand.
Okay.
so. Yeah. Giant tree thing. Granny Mabel saved us from that.
I'll have to thank her.
And then we, that's when we eventually made our way back to here, and then bravely fought Vecna himself. And that's where Archie sacrificed himself to save us and whatnot. And we met Nema. Where'd Nema go? I don't know. The blue one that was with us. We met him in the Feywild.
Oh, Olu
He's
took him.
apparently, yes, he's apparently not even from the Feywild, from some place called Wildmount, another plane.
So you've just been exploring. Can I ask why?
Well, we're marked. And we've been essentially tasked of finding a way to halt Vecna. I wouldn't say stop him, but to at least prevent him from doing anything else.
Means
He's
to,
not a piece
he
of-
means to, oh, go ahead.
Imprison him.
Yes.
I
Means-
thought it
He's
would
not-
have been better to kill him, but other people think it's best to just imprison.
It's apparently impossible, or he would just come back anyway.
He means
That's
to
what he does.
rewrite the multiverse. He apparently found a type of nexus.
We thought that people who wanted to rule the world were bad. This guy wants to rule existence and beyond.
That's not.
Needless to say, you dodged an arrow there, more or less.
I wouldn't say that.
Perhaps, but you're at least not marked like we are. That's something. But yes, the current test that we're on, why we're plane hopping,
I
finding
wouldn't say.
finding a 6 more pieces of a rod that will do as we said, imprison Vecna.
Okay.
Long journey ahead.
And that's what took you to Shadowfell?
That's what seemed to have accidentally brought us to the Shadowfell. We were originally in the Underdark. I believe Vera said that she had seen a visage of you as we were heading into the portal that brought us to Evernight.
Not too wrong.
To be fair, it was honestly, as much as I'd hate to say that going to the Shadowfell was our best option, but in that situation, going to the Shadowfell was indeed our best option.
It was. Did you beckon us there, Ellanis?
I think so. But I don't exactly remember.
Well, whatever you did, it worked. And with the exception of a Cyclops we met, everything seems to be for the better. So, that's us, and I down whatever drink I had. Now, my question. What happened to you?
Oh, before you actually answer that, I have a question. Because there was at one point when we revisited the crypt that you originally perished in. And we had a little encounter with Vecna, and he Garret looks to the others. He didn't raise her in particular, but didn't someone take the visage of her?
Oh,
Wasn't that
that's
what
right.
happened?
I was completely forgot.
And Garret will turn back to looking at her, and he's like, "What? Were you conscious of that, or was that just a figment?"
Has to be a figment, because I know where I was most of that time.
I see.
Probably just being, fucking evil lich. Muhahaha. Like, use your dead friends as ammo.
Then back to my question. What
People like
happened to
him
you?
do that. So it wasn't. I did die. By all intents and purposes, my body was gone. My life came to an end. I was going to pass on. But this thing came from the dark. Porcelain mask, raven feathers. She offered me a way back. I didn't really think about it. I just didn't want to die. I didn't want to die. I was afraid. I was afraid of not coming back. I had so much I wanted to do here. So much I wanted to do. I didn't want it just being an end in a fucking crypt. But probably should have said no. Does anyone here understand the Raven Queen?
Not particularly.
Is that what I was seeing all throughout?
That's
And hearing?
yes. She took me. Made me one of her servants.
Are we talking about the bird lady with the flock of crows?
Yes. Raven Queen. A
The
god.
thing that chased us out.
A god with dominion over the Shadowfell.
Oh. I don't have any notes on that. Whoops.
As you guys are chatting, Giannis pokes his head into the bar and looks around. He comes over and he doesn't interrupt, but he waves to the barkeep. What'd I miss?
Well, you missed the entrance.
Just catching up, really.
We've all been through different trials, and that's all you missed. Go ahead, Cass.
So, if you were working for her, I'm going to assume at some point it became, like you didn't want to.
No, I was very combative in the beginning.
Right. So that would explain why she chasing after us all then, because you were trying to escape.
Yeah,
Escape her, specifically.
she's persistent.
Assuming she is the reason you're here, why did you resist her at the end?
Because it was never about my life. What I was an opportunity for someone to have dominion over another body. For her to have someone to send on her fucking suicide missions. You know what's a very fun fact about what I am right now?
I don't think anything's fun about it, but go ahead.
I'm a Shadar-kai. A being designed in servitude to her. Our curse is that our souls are bound. Several times I died again, only to come back to keep going. It wouldn't matter if I got out early or not, I was still gonna go back to her. She could just take me. There was no freedom in that, there was no time in that.
That would explain why the dead were afraid of that area.
Yes, because she's cold.
And I assume you and her were behind the domain of dread that was beginning to form?
It was her, not me. But
Why there? It could have been anywhere.
But what did we find there?
He ordered you to kill us. Is that why you attacked Vera?
Yeah, was that you shooting crossbows into my back?
It
You couldn't make heads or tails of how to interact.
You little witch. I'm kidding. It's fine. I understand now.
I
Still,
understand
that hurt quite a bit, actually.
Was that also you that screamed when I threw up my wall of fire?
That's what kind of jarred you back into it.
that.
Yeah.
That I thought let me make the wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
You knocked me out of it. Yes.
Knocked you out of wait.
Remember, I'm still in her domain, one of her beings. She has a grip on me.
Something to loosen that.
Yes, it was a fucking wall of fire.
I meant before that, if you were, I will just say the Ellanis is caught up. If you were calling out to Vera,
Well,
well, he knew that you were calling out to Vera because Vera mentioned it.
just because you're being choked doesn't mean you can't scream.
Never mind.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. It's the tagline for this, this campaign.
I didn't stop fighting. I just needed a way out, an opening that popped up, and apparently some idiots ran into a domain of dread run by her for no reason. Or well,
Garret.
I mean a valid
I-
reason.
I wouldn't call you
Saying
no
me
reason.
for?
There was an opening enough for me to get out.
Sounded like you needed help.
I'm glad I was at least able to do that for you, even if it was unintentional.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
Oh, don't make it. Don't get emotional on me.
I think she means all of us, well, all of you.
Oh, fair enough.
And that does. No, still, just. I don't think she's gonna give up, per se. But I'm
Why?
out now. Because this woman is persistent.
There has to be a reason that she picked you. She doesn't just pick random scrub off the street.
I don't know. They're gods. They do what they want. They mess with what they want. They control who they want.
Were killed by Vecna. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Actually, that's a good point. What's going to happen now that you're out of her domain?
It's a good question.
I would assume, since you said she is the ruler of the Shadowfell, correct? Not just the crypt, but the whole Shadowfell.
Well,
Am I mistaken in that?
It's complicated. No, I don't know the ins and outs of theology, but she homes there. Broods and nests and plans her little year-long schemes away from everyone else.
Okay, well, thinking about it, we're out of the Shadowfell, right? So unless she is able to control things via other planes, or I don't even know if I would say dimensions, but you know, you get what I'm saying. I would assume that you are free, perhaps, in theory. This is all in theory, of course.
We could always ask.
Ask who?
Um,
Ask her directly with the rod. Commune.
We are not
Just because
I say that facetiously.
fucking.
Or, like, I don't know, somebody who might know more about these types of things. Mordenkainen, Illustrial, somebody of a higher caliber than any of us. No offense to any of you.
And just
No, I-
because you're outside of her domain, that doesn't mean those people still have sway over you. They have
But
ways to manipulate those that think they are out.
Could there be, like... I mean, I don't want to make you any more paranoid than you... She, like, looks her up and down, seem to be. But, could she feasibly have other... followers? Air quotes.
I
Here as well?
could assume there's other followers, but
I do not know. And honestly, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because if they're gonna come at me, might as well make it a threat, you know?
here's a valid question. Why was she present in a tomb dedicated to Vecna?
Well, as far as I know, those two don't like each other.
Was the tomb actually dedicated to Vecna?
It
I say as a
became
player.
it became like an unholy ground for him. Yeah.
Okay.
It had like a lot of iconography, if I
Mhm.
remember correctly.
Once you got past that door, it was like a whole like worshiping chamber for him.
I mean,
Gotcha.
yeah, most of them had like skeleton hands and stuff. So,
That's true.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
true, yeah.
so they probably defaced these statues by destroying their hands.
Well, that right there, that could be the reason. If they don't get along, maybe that's she opportunistically took a chance to
We are marked
partake
by,
in the fight.
We are marked by him.
Yeah, that probably didn't help.
No. So that it was all just a big misunderstanding.
It's okay. I didn't aim for your heart, so lucky.
Thank you. Well, I mean, that's... we'll talk more about that later.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't make you bleed that much, right?
Yeah. Not at all, actually. Not a drop.
Yeah.
She's grown quite a lot. Since you last,
See any blood on her when we were running?
What time of day is it?
Like morning, afternoon?
Mid morning,
Oh shit.
close to the afternoon.
Okay.
She talking about Vera. She grown quite a lot since the competition in the gorge, the crevice, whatever the area is called.
The pit.
The
I feel
pit.
like you all have.
As have you.
We had
Taken
issues
down
with
any
that.
other undead spectators.
There's just a face of, you don't want to fucking know.
I do like your cape, though.
Well, thank you, it's a gift.
It's very beautiful. Ooh. Oh, from.
No, this
Oh.
is mine.
Oh, okay.
One thing I was able to get.
If I may ask another question. We were attacked by
2 shots.
several creatures that were apparently on the payroll or ordered to by Sangora. Are you familiar with her, being in Evernight?
You had a lot of run-ins with Sangora.
Yes, I was nice.
Sometimes friendly, sometimes not. She's literally just an information broker.
She
ever see
was
her-
a...
Go ahead.
No, she was just annoying.
If I ever see her again, I'm going to kill her.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're going to kill her.
Well, maybe I'll just hold her down and pull her teeth out so she can't bite anybody
Oh.
for the rest of her life. But
That's
Yeah.
fair. She did send people after
Well,
us.
the issue is she'll regenerate, so it's actually best to probably tear her up and put her in a hole so she can't regenerate further. She'll just get
would
too
she
big.
regenerate her teeth if I just defanged her?
Yes, actually.
Hmm.
That's how that works. Fire Radiant.
Maybe I can get some of that forever glue that I've heard about and just glue up the suction holes in her teeth for the rest of her life.
That's not... Is that... I don't...
Then she can just pull out her teeth and grow new ones. Your plan is flawed, Oordem.
I feel...
Think before you speak.
Sorry, mental flashbang. What? No, it's... Okay. Fine, put that to rest and... Oh wait, I don't know.
I'm emotional.
You
Adventure.
sound like it.
I blame the hordes, as you now have. Last time you saw me, you saw Oordem was bovine horns, and now they are
More infernal.
the giant infernal ones that look like they are just from the depths of hell. Anyway,
I don't... Okay. Okay.
yeah, I think that's due to the deal with the whole hand.
The whole hand, and not the other one.
The glowing fire, because
Yeah.
he'll take out the whip and just ignite it briefly.
Fire alarms go off.
I see.
Yeah, see if anybody else looks at it. I couldn't do that before, but now I can, and it's been helpful.
Well, not the only one with new tricks.
Well, it seems like all of us have some radical transformation, except for me, of course. I
You can't teach an old dog. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I did get this nice circlet. He points to the circle on his forehead. It's quite nice.
Is that what you got from the spider table?
You don't talk about the
Did
spider
you
table.
grab something from the table? Yeah, because there were a bunch of trinkets on the thing.
I grabbed all the spider trinkets, yeah.
Okay. We probably know that. I want to know that as a
Oh yeah, I
player.
didn't really hide it or anything.
Yeah. Well.
Worth 500 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, we fought and killed a thing that a spider dragon or a dragon spider.
Honestly,
That just sounds god awful.
it
Yeah,
was
it was.
a great time, actually.
10 out of
For
10
me, I was having fun.
would do it again. So I think you're about caught up.
I'm learning.
Speaking of caught up, Uncle's aware that you're back. I told him that
Oh,
you're
no.
taking time to relax. He is more than fine with that. He's just ecstatic that there's finally some good news. I didn't make Father aware, but
I know.
I'm
should know.
sure he'll know soon enough.
He seemed
I
the
can-
Go ahead.
No, likely his uncle is right now sending a very exacerbated and over-the-top letter that'll be sent in some gold film envelope.
Oh, I asked him not to. I told him that we'll deal
You know-
with father. We'll deal with father.
Your father
Okay,
did seem the
somewhat.
one did seem to be the one, in so many words, missed you the most. I wouldn't keep him waiting any longer than you'd have to tell him that you are back.
I mean, there's no rush.
I
There
know,
isn't,
it just
but
it's been rough since
being dead.
no.
Since mother.
Mm.
Oh. Sorry.
Thanks, Garret. We love you.
It's a character.
Sorry, I spoke out loud there.
Are you enjoying your drink, Garret? You seem to be very impressed by it.
Yes, quite.
Uh,
I'm gonna get back to this. Don't mind me. Eavesdropping.
Awkwardly, like citrus straw makes a lot of noise.
Just-
Sorry, continue.
no, that's well. That seems to be everything.
I can fill you in more of the details later, but as far as you know, as far as you should know, I'm not sure if she's done with me, but I'm out right now, which means I can act on my own accord. As much as I'd like to probably go run off into the night, it sounds like something's going on. And if you are speaking to some of the greatest wizards of all time, you should go take a talk with them.
I don't know if we
Garret
can get back.
bows
Go
his
ahead.
head.
You may not want to help me.
I don't know if we can get back to them right away, but do you think it's safe to stay in one place?
I
Should be
think that
fine.
as long as you ally yourself with someone against Vecna, I think you're more than gonna be all right.
To be fair, if
we're
I'm
going
going
to
against
be-
Vecna, she'll be less mad.
Gods are wrathful, not stupid. Some
I don't know. They seem to prove themselves sometimes.
I'd say this because we are probably not going to be staying here too long, and
Uncle offered
Go
you
ahead.
the castle once again. It's not that big a deal.
No, I
we
mean,
have there's a lot of rooms.
yes, we will rest and whatnot, but we will continue our mission, as it were. We have another plane to get to next.
What's the plan? Where are you headed next?
Turns to Canis and kind of just says, "The Astral Sea."
Well, that's the end of my wealth of knowledge. I can't help you there. Not that I intended to. I intended to stick around here and keep an eye out and start looking for my brother. Our brother.
I thought he was with you.
No, the fool ran off looking for you.
Oh,
So now it's ring around the rosy while I try to find him. But let me handle that. You
yeah.
are probably better off going with them.
As much as I'd like, yeah. Again, like I said, if I'm helping against Vecna, I feel like that's important. He might be a very bad thing, but also I might find a way to cure myself, or at least get her off of me.
Is that the goal? To be less Shadar-kai?
I don't want to have the knowledge that if I die again, someone may or may not claim my soul. I'd like to be able to just pass on normally without anyone bargaining. No more bargains, no more deals, no more black-handed dark magic. I'm sick of this dark magic stuff.
Well, you're gonna have to expose yourself to it until Vecna's gone.
Well, exactly, but at least no one, like, at least, not having to, like, handle it.
Ooh. Garret looks around, kind of like frantically for a moment.
I will say when you say talk about black magic, and Canis kind of not Canis, Oordem kind of like looks at his gauntleted evil hand and doesn't say anything, but goes back to drinking or eating whatever's in front of him.
I'll figure some things out. It's fine. The astral scene can't be worse.
Honestly, it's probably the furthest you could get from anything, so it's for the best.
Vacation. I get to go. And also get to meet Mordecai. Yeah.
Sounds like a great time. I look forward to hearing about it.
Oh, yeah, she's going to hate me. But first, Uncle. I need to go have this conversation. And you all need to rest.
As do you.
Well, I look bad. But looks
You
at
were
all
hit
of
by a
you.
wall of fire. You're still charred from that.
And that's why I have the cape. Use the cloak, pat yourself out.
Oh, is it a cloak of billowing?
No, I should get
Ah.
one. I would like to make it one so like it kind of like flaps like a wing, but whatever. Gimmicks aside.
Okay, so you guys are obviously finishing up here. Where to?
I leave without paying the bill. I dine and dash.
This Canis news that I'm like, I'm never gonna get my money.
You can just not serve customers.
Sorry, the Lord Protector needs me.
If it's that bad,
Garret wants to do a thing.
They keep protecting the place, so I can't really be that hard on them.
just write off as a loss so you can save on taxes.
I'll bring it up to the Lord Neverwinter or Neverember.
Canis,
Yeah.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh no.
22.
Fuck! Okay.
Ah.
Doesn't work.
I kind of want to know what it is, but I also
So
kind of
you
want
guys see, you guys all see Garret kind of like whisper something in the corner, like, and then Canis for a second you're just like, huh? But you shake it off.
Damn it. I was gonna try to fucking dominate person you and make you pay.
What money?
That's the fun part.
So as you guys are wrapping
Was
up,
this gonna say? You're just gonna say pay?
well, no, dominate. He controls you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I can literally control you. So I was gonna
Go wash
like...
dishes.
Did you ever watch Naruto?
No, we're old.
Okay. Well, basically, I was just gonna kind of like use you as a puppet and control you. Have you take out like your coin purse and literally pay him.
Anyway,
2,000 gold pieces.
it's worth the effort. And as you guys are standing and making your way out, Barkeep thanks you guys. I'm sure you guys pay him. I'm not too concerned with it because you guys are also very close with Neverember.
Yeah, I just fill it up,
Check a couple silver his way. You guys are good. If you guys want
Put
to
it
mark
on
it off. As you guys get down towards the wall here and the walkway, you guys see Olu and Nima kind of waiting for you guys. But Olu's got his head hung pretty low. Or not Olu, sorry, Nima's got his head hung pretty low.
What's the matter, Champ? What's the matter, buddy?
Wondering where you got to. What's going on?
Yeah. You got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Nima from now on, if that's okay.
Oh, that's okay. I'll only commit to the bit, but if you want to, he's got it.
No, it's okay, I got him.
Give your best
Yes.
Nemo impression, Phil.
Give me act like a dumbass kid.
Nima hesitates for a bit, and then Olu steps forward. I think it is well past time Nima meets with Lady Tasha. He has a certain conversation to have with her. Things are dire in Wildmount, or is it Wildmount or Exandria? Is it the world?
Well, Exandria is the world. Wildmount's my home.
Exandria, that's right. Things are dire in Exandria.
These are
Is this
critical.
goodbye then?
I have looked into each of you and divined much, but him not being of here, this is something out of my control that I can't allow to continue. So there is no rush, but I would advise you all get back to Sigil as soon as you can.
There is no rush, but we must hurry up.
Not for... I could send Nima himself if you wish. It'll
At least
It'll
wait till
alleviate the
morning.
pressure.
Could we at least wait till the morning? Have him try some of the fine foods and wines that this plane offers?
Nima looks up and just gives a faint nod. Oli walks over to Nima and pats him on the back and kind of, I will see you all in the morning.
All right, on to the orgy.
And he walks away. And as he walks
Why?
away, he kind of
You
just
say that.
he kind of just fades into the crowd.
Yeah, this is watching him go.
Person passes him and he's gone. But you know, it's not just happening here.
Yes, it's everywhere, and well, that Arb says that you're part of this now, but
No, he's got plans everywhere.
kind of takes that in.
I feel bad sticking around when Exandria's under attack as well.
Don't feel bad, Nima. You've got places you need to be.
Especially when it's a place like home.
Mm-hmm.
Strongheart's gone. Mercian spoke with Olu, and they need me back. I carry the sword.
If you are destined to protect your people, then you are destined to protect your people.
Excuse me.
It's not. I don't feel like it's destiny more than responsibility.
It can be one and the same.
They'll need my help. I mean, you guys need my help, but
Do you think we're going to be
We-
upset if you leave? I mean, of course we'll be upset to lose a friend, but we understand that You have a duty to do.
We fell on you and dragged you into this. You are no obligation to stay with us if you have more important things to protect. Simple as that.
That's good to hear.
Just be very careful when you're back in Exandria. Don't be quite on the front line and then in the back line. Be near a healer.
3 times.
I thought I'd be fast enough, but that's also something I need to work on.
In time. You will be.
I think I'm gonna
Okay.
have Olu send me as soon as he can.
That's
The
fine.
choice is yours, Neva.
Tell the others that I appreciate their help.
If you ever want to talk to us, you just find somebody with a sending spell. I guess that works across planes. We'll say hi.
I'm sure Ringle Run can manage.
Don't tell him I have a staff. I kind of like it.
I think that if he needed it, he would have asked for it.
I'll give it back when this whole Vecna thing is over. If he asks for it.
Well, good luck either way, and I hope you guys, if you see Granny Mabel, make sure to tell her I said hi and bye.
Of course, don't worry. Vera will pull Nima in for a hug.
The hug's big.
Be
Oordem
safe.
He hugs anybody who would hug him.
Oordem puts out a firm handshake, but like a real good firm handshake.
Crushes his hand slightly.
It's essentially like a sign of respect. I'm doing this because I know you can take it.
Okay.
He shakes your hand and like he kind of stifles the owl, but he shakes your hand nonetheless. He goes up to awkwardly hug Canis and then does this handshake, hug, handshake, hug, handshake, hug.
I imagine I can just picture Nima like awkwardly wrapping like one arm around Canis's like torso. I don't know how short Nima is. compared to
Then I
Canis.
take his hand and I lift it off. You go. Train more with that weapon. Save your world. But I give him a look of almost anger.
Save yours too. And he just finishes up the hugs. I gotta find Olu. Gotta rubs his eye real quick.
He'll find you. He can see.
He said he'd be at the tower. It's probably the best spot to get out of here anyway. Good luck, guys.
To you as well.
Cheers.
Come back when this is all over. If you can.
I gotta visit Granny Mabel. He smiles and turns and stretches real fast, and then gone. He runs off across the river and through the city.
Really across.
To a Granny's Mabel's house we go.
Cute kid. What was that stone around his head?
I think it was Ayun something. I think he thought it made him look cool.
Just the legendary item out the window.
Well, I mean, if you guys want it, we'll there's a way to get it. I don't think that there's.
No, it's fine. No
I
one
don't
here's a
think
wisdom-
anybody ever
no one,
asked.
no one here's a wisdom caster. It's fine.
Okay. So he takes off to Olu's tower. I'm sure it takes him about 3 rounds.
If they're dashing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We'll say
What is our
Giannis.
next-
Giannis
Yeah, go ahead.
stayed at the tavern because he said he's gonna stick around and look for the bro.
Yeah, the Giannis who was technically on 1 HP.
That's right.
All right, where to, guys?
I need to go see my uncle, and you
Okay.
all need to rest. Morning.
I would also love to go see your uncle. I think we should all go to the castle together.
I think we should all go to the castle.
Okay.
Father hasn't killed him yet.
It's he doesn't know. I hope he doesn't know.
What, that you're back?
I just like it's going to be a tough conversation.
I mean, okay, yes, the Raven Queen stuff would be, but if you leave that out, it's really just, well, I'm back. A little different, but still me.
No offense. No, mild offense. You don't know what's happened.
The fuck?
All right. So you guys walk. It's not a very long walk. You guys walk up the hill and around to the front and easily make your way in. Some of the guards are kind of turning their heads, like looking double take at Ellanis and some of you guys even. So you guys get into the main hall. Reynolds kind of just addressing some of the random walk-ups that have some issues with the city. Harvin's in tow with Reynolds, and they're taking requests and stuff like that.
Sorry.
And as you guys step in, and one of the guards kind of leading you into the main chamber, you kind of just, sir. And he looks over with Harvin, and he just like drops whatever book he's writing in. And Harvin takes over for him, kind of shooing the local nobles and others people out of the room. Get out of here! Go get now! He's like swinging a big old feather and writing in. He closes his book, and Reynolds. Oh my God! Giannis wasn't kidding. He walks up and gives you a gentle hug. He leans back and like puts his hands on your shoulders, like, "You look so different."
I was actually just about to mention that. I'm surprised you aren't staggered by the fact that she is very much now an elf.
Well, to be fair, I now fit the other two.
Ooh.
It's
Right.
true. She. I'm
Also-
at a lost for words.
No, it is a full elf, by the way. You have the perks.
How are you?
Tired, hungry. Well, less hungry.
Of course. We'll set that up.
Happy. No, it's fine. Don't. You've been grasped. His shoulders. You're actually a little taller now. It's fine. I'm sorry.
No, I should be apologizing. I sent you with this lot to.
It was not their fault. Not your fault. I'm sorry I couldn't say anything sooner.
He just looks at you for a moment, and he keeps his words to himself, and he nods.
You protected me for so many years. You kept me housed and busy when Giannis and Victor were doing some unfathomable experiment, and Dad was off killing dragons in the mountains because that day of the week.
Your father.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I think just
This is not good.
Me and you.
This is not good. This is not good.
He will kill us both. I know. Just first, me and you before we both go in the fire. Okay?
If you want, I can help contain him.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeah. She looks back.
I think that would just make him a bit more upset.
It would not work.
I mean, he's already not fond of me because of what I said at the dinner table the one time.
I mean, rightly so, Garret.
In my defense, he was, from what I saw after doing some digging, he's kind of an asshole.
Yes, but he's still really
I'm
cool.
going to ignore that.
He's got far more concerns than any of us do.
Well,
he has...
But that's no right to,
N-
almost murder your own brother.
He
Or
would not.
threaten to, at least.
He would not have murdered me. I assure you.
No, he would have
I
done
saw
that.
it.
He would have been on the ground. Not dead.
Beaten within an inch of my life, maybe.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
kill me, no, definitely not. Besides, it was well deserved in the time, but now
I
And
don't
honestly-
think it's well deserved. I mean, why are you against me? I'm trying to defend you. From
Garret.
what I saw,
he
You're
is
speaking about my father in a way I don't respect, okay?
irritating.
I'm,
I'll
well,
just-
Hear me out.
Just-
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I fold.
He is the type of man that. Ellanis, you're back. Okay, where were you that you weren't here? Why did no one save him? Why didn't Lord Reynolds Neverember go after you? Kind of deal.
Why didn't you report for 9 o'clock dinner? You could have sent messages. You know how the sending message works. I taught you how to use the
It's-
magic. Yada
no,
yada.
More,
yada.
it's more love than anger. It comes from a place of love.
You don't get it.
but look, Garret,
You're
the
right.
man is under a lot of duress, right? That can make,
are.
when people are stressed or upset, they can say and do things that they don't exactly mean. He's going through a lot. He's also the captain of the spell guard, you need to remember. He has a lot on his plate.
He has jurisdiction in Sigil. He has full jurisdiction in Silvery Moon. He not only that, he
Garret-
is also to answer to the Council of Dragons.
And Garret just summons a mage hand, and it kind of does like the fucking the hand motion. Talking. It's like, oh, he's such a busy man. He has all this. I get it.
Okay then,
You-
just driving the point home.
But I will say,
He starts
Yes.
doing it with the mage hand.
yes, he's kind of a dick when he's upset. We all know him well enough, I think. She looks between Renault and Ellanis.
In the face of we know.
Fuck me for trying to put my 2 cents in. And oh, good lord.
You don't have a place to speak on. This is family business. Family. We know better than you.
Everyone has a place to speak here. Just
I don't know. I'm getting a little bird speaking a little weird.
In
He
my
was
defense,
concerned. Garret was
this
concerned.
is yes, exactly that. And to be fair, what I was just trying to say was that your uncle was already in a bad spot, and your father didn't need to kick him while he was down. That's the point I was trying to, mention.
He's working on it.
Right. Anyway. I'm gonna go,
Yeah.
explore.
Go to the library.
Don't walk too far into the castle Neverember because we will get lost.
I can find him.
Fair enough.
Take out
Right.
a glass and put him on my head.
What the? Okay.
Anyway,
Well, you're welcome to the castle. Got much to talk about, obviously.
Yes, I will catch you up, but I do need to let you on bad news.
Mhm.
I'm leaving soon.
I expected as much.
Okay, I just didn't think I would be surprised.
I mean, you started with them, and I'm sure you've got vendettas to solve.
Not. Okay, I do have one. Let's one at a time. Rest of you, could you give us space?
Uh,
You all can. I need to hear this all again.
Yeah, he takes you to the side and you explain
Yeah.
everything you want to him.
Yeah, just spacebar, spacebar.
Yeah.
And we got it.
It takes some time. He'll even just take you into his study, and I guess you guys can catch up on everything too. He'll explain everything going on. After some time, he gathers you all up, and then he explains that the city's actually been in decent shape. Maddox, as well as just the cult itself's kind of run itself off, as far as they know. Like, obviously, there could be some people that they don't know about here. They went in, they kind of expunged everything from the tomb that you guys were in the first time. Olu's kind of using it as like as a a point of investigation. He's using it to find information about things, but it's coming up with very little. But yeah, aside from that, the state and the condition of the city is probably as good as it was when you guys first showed up.
And what of the surrounding areas? My hometown of Crito. Any news from them?
Trades are still going strong. There's not too much in the way of complications.
That is good
The
news.
the city itself has been bustling, and honestly, we've sent some people down there to help just keep the foothold firm. Notice since they're not in line with uh, what's the city? I'm sorry.
Crito, which
Well,
or
no,
Waterdeep?
Waterdeep. That's it.
Yeah.
Aside from that, we've sent a couple soldiers down, not too many. Obviously, the volunteers. There's been no ask of you, unfortunately.
Mhm.
It seems that some other people have kind of stepped up in your absence.
That is to be expected. Still stings, but is to be expected.
I will be sure to pass along a royal decree if needed.
As much as I would like to, I am still heading off soon, so
All right,
We'll
then we'll post that till later.
I thank you, though.
Garret, your friend that came with you months ago, is returned home. We are also helping them how we can, given how small the town is.
That's good to hear.
people.
Yeah, I was about to say we're very accustomed to where we live currently. It's basically all we know and basically what we're used to, especially with the how we coexist with the others.
Well, that's pretty much all I have for you lot. I'm glad to see you're all in one piece. The watery lad stopped by. A little well, didn't stop by, but he passed a message along through Olu. He thanked me. It was a nice gesture.
Nima's a good one.
Yes, I just hope that with how dour Olu was about his situation, just hope things turn out better for him. Giannis told me that he'll be staying. It'd be good to have the extra pair of hands around. Well, nevertheless, you have the run of the castle. Now, just don't get lost. You know where your room is. I'm gonna catch up with Harvin. It's been hours now. I'm sure he's frustrated. It's good seeing you all. Let's hope now that you're back to make it a little more frequent.
As best we can. We can't really control when we find what we need before we can get back.
Speaking of, I would try to keep that to yourselves. Olu's been kind of on my case about inquiring about you.
You've been
Is that so?
I mean, you're up against the Lord of Secrets. It's best to just keep it at that.
Of course.
All right. Well, I'll say it's most of the day's shot now. You guys, if anybody wanted to wander off while Reynolds was catching up with Ellanis and do something, that's fine. Just let me know.
I'm good.
No, I think I'm also good.
Okay. Candace, anything?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I have much to say to him.
Well, no, I meant in general. While Reynolds was off doing his own thing with Ellanis, does Candace do anything within the city?
Downtime before we go to bed.
Pretty much,
yeah.
If not, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything to do in Neverwinter.
Yeah. What about you, Garret?
It's the. Oh yeah, he did wander off. Did I go to a library previously?
Can if you want, yeah.
Garret would probably go there.
Okay.
With the mention of what he saw when he dug in to try to see if he.
Say that again. You're a little light.
He wants to try to see if he can find a book on the Shadowfell lady. Is that the Raven Queen?
That is the Raven Queen. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Gotcha. Please don't fail me. It failed me. That'll be a 13.
You're not. You don't discern too much on her. You know her to be. You discern a little bit. You discern that she's not an evil deity. You also can discern that obviously she is of the Shadowfell, but her domains are life and death.
Gotcha.
But aside from that,
That's-
you can't net too much from this library.
That's what he'll be doing. Just kind of like looking at other shit.
Yes, would like to do one thing.
Okay.
I want to see the room Oordem is staying in while he's out and about. If he's out and about.
Well, sure. We'll say at one time Oordem was either like in the bathroom or off with Vera or something.
I just want to see, like, if there's, like, a window in his room.
It was established that when you guys stay here, it's kind of a large common room of like 6 beds.
Okay, so it's not like a room.
Correct, yeah. But it's well furnished.
Okay. It's not private, then I won't spend much time there.
Okay. Anything else then?
Not for before long rest. Probably have something during long rest, but not before.
Okay.
If I hawk those trinkets in Neverwinter, would I get the full amount, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
I would say between Maddox and some of your connections, you could easily get what you want for it.
Okay. They'll only go up in value. Don't take them out, but don't take them out of the box.
Where'd you find them?
Less questions, the better, I think.
I like your style, kid. He hawks them off to some half-orc nearby. He issues the coin over his desk.
That,
We'll find a use for him.
that Genasi boy, when he left, I assume he took his sword with him.
Yeah, he's long gone.
Not staying the night anywhere.
Not that I know of.
He's probably in Sigil right now. Probably give him a nod. Thank him for the for helping with the transaction.
You looking for something?
Not anymore. I walk off.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so we'll say it's kind of later at that point when you get your gold squared away.
And I go back to the tavern and I repay my bills because Canis is an honest man. No. I go, here's a little extra for the trouble.
You need that to hire people to steal things for you.
He's an honest man as long as he doesn't go near there.
I go there. It's like a Canis with an X through it. It's like no admittance.
No Canis. Or you go in there. You go
No
in there.
Canises.
You go in there. You got a fake mustache on. The only Githyanki in the city.
You allowed Canis Dogman. It's like, yeah, it says no Canises. We're allowed to have one.
Let me add an apostrophe to that S.
Is.
All right.
No.
If no one else is gonna do anything, it is nighttime and it's gonna be a long rest.
So, during the long rest, I imagine Oordem would probably continually just be restless because of his nightmares that he's been
Mhm.
having. And just at some point, he'll just wake up, kind of stand up, look over at Garret, or wherever Garrett's sleeping, I should say. Would he know where the piece of the rod is being kept?
It wasn't specified, so I would assume in his bag.
So, Oordem's actually going to go over to the.
Huh?
Do it. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're getting choppy, Mark. This.
Oh, sorry. Get a little closer. He's gonna start getting. He's gonna get up and go over to the to Garrett's bag and start looking through it for the piece of the rod.
Yep.
He's not gonna do it in a stealthy way. He's just in a way that he's not trying to keep this a secret or anything. He's just trying not to wake people up.
Okay. The only person who would probably be conscious enough to interpret anything would be Vera, and that's up to her to react.
And my rat.
And your rat.
The rat.
Which my rat might wake me up.
If I see the rat looking at me as I do this, I'll be like, "Hey, Garret, wake up."
Yes?
I need to borrow the piece of the rod for a moment.
No,
Your rat was giving me the stink eye, so
don't mind him. Wear glasses.
Oh. I'll be back in a moment.
The only normal people here.
Mm.
But you want to commune with your god?
Yeah.
If you go to the very bottom here, and Garret will kind of like reach in his bag and go to the part where he keeps it.
It's under all the Playbird magazines and.
Alright, here you are.
Thank you.
Say, I've kind of been thinking about something, but I've been mulling it over.
And what's that?
So, well, let me get your opinion. All right. So we're against Vecna, right? But thinking about it, like we know he's going to do some bad shit. But do we truly know what he means to do?
I mean, take over the multiverses.
Yes, but
Ouch.
has he specified that? Or is that just what we're assuming he wants to do?
It is an assumption, I would suppose, but
Like, don't
he's
get me
been
wrong.
locked away. He's been locked away so many times before.
Yeah, and I get that, but here's what I've been thinking. If we communed with him, would we be able to ask him a question like that and find out the answer of what he's truly up to? One, the reason why I haven't done it is because that would look very bad on my part, and
Of course.
I don't want the others to get the wrong idea. It's just something I'm curious about.
If you were also to commune with him, it would possibly give up our location. Well, he probably knows anyway.
He probably knows that anyway, yes.
I
I'd
also believe
assume
you
he
have
knows
to.
where we are every second
Yeah.
of every day.
I would also think that you would need to worship him to commune with him. Although, who knows? Creepy magic rod can do anything.
Right. But as far as that idea goes, what are your thoughts on that?
Is he under any obligation to tell us the truth? Or just to tell us something that would benefit him? Because I know what I'd do.
See, that's the question, but I don't really know. It's kind of just
If we ask him something and he wants and he's honest with us, then we know something. If we ask him something and he's dishonest with us, then we know the wrong thing.
right.
I don't see any benefit.
I mean,
I understand the
If-
appeal.
no. But the benefit would be like what he's truly after.
Again, predicated on If he tells us.
Right.
I would say leave that to a last resort, perhaps. There might be plenty of writings by the cult that would pretty much show what they believe he wants. I would think that'd be a better first step than talking to him. He kind of trails off a bit, like thinking on that, like just thinking on that last response before snapping back.
Gotcha.
In any case, this is between us.
Right.
I'll return this to the bottom of the bag when I'm done. Thank you.
By all means. Have a good night.
You too. And your rat.
Go ask thanks.
Oordem will pretty much take that and go find a quiet alcove corner room somewhere that's, he can be alone for a bit. Did Vera, did you want to notice any of that?
Nah, we'll say Vera was just doing a walk, like taking a walk or something.
Mm-hmm. Taking a walk downtown?
Doing like a round in the castle or something. Itching for guard duty.
Okay.
So Oordem will, when he finds a place, will essentially cast Commune through it. To commune with his deity, Bane.
All right. So you take the piece of the rod, and all the while you're holding it, you see flashes of things. You see flashes of stars and the Milky Ways and all sorts of endless sky oceans is the best way to put it.
Mm.
Just it won't stop leading you places. But as you sit down and look at this thing, it looks like that sickly green, and as you're looking into it, you can begin to cast Commune. There's kind of like a intensity to the spell because of the artifact itself. As you, give me 1 second.
No worries.
You type Bane into anything, and it just tells you the spell.
Bane deity D&D wiki. There you
I
go.
got it.
Try that.
It takes a moment, as you cast the spell. You say you're seated on a bench in like the rotunda. There's just a faint moment of like silence before things kind of escalate. And as you cast the spell, the ground beneath you begins to crack. You look between your legs, and it continues to crack up and through the castle itself. And as the castle cracks away, leaning, it's like through like the castle itself kind of just begins to crumble in on itself. And as it crumbles in on itself, this large black and green, almost like muscular hand reaches up and pulls this larger, like smoky, lack of a better term, like description is this. You see the silhouette of a large, what appears to almost be like a half orc, but its size just completely dwarfs you. And as it dwarfs the city itself too. And as that happens, all you can see within this mist is the silhouette moving, and red, piercing eyes that kind of peer back. And it just calls back to you. Once.
You all
Yes,
a answer.
I have questions.
Questions 3.
Kind of takes a deep breath and I think looks at his hand briefly.
As it speaks, you can you feel it through your entire body, and almost like it's pushing you back.
Tries to, keep himself there. Looks at his gauntleted hand, thinking of the hole underneath. Weeks ago, I met a entity in the woods. It was a vessel of some sort. Was this a vessel of you?
There's a long pause. And then the entity shifts in the smoke. This answer, just a very firm
no.
Oordem sort of shakes his head a bit to himself, sort of disappointed in himself, and readies his second question. The entity promised power. I, through whatever means, super my own choice, I chose that power so I could be a better disciple of you. Was I wrong for doing that?
Yes.
Oordem is a bit shaken by this, in a way that he kind of expected it, but it still does not feel good. Here's his third question. Am I still worthy? Is my piety still enough to lead in your name?
Unclear.
Oordem takes a big breath in, having neither closure nor guidance on that. But he takes it for what it is.
As the third
third
question is asked, you look to the stone and fully anticipate the spell to stop, but it doesn't. And the black mist remains. And for a second, you're confused. And as that happens, the castle itself, almost like you're getting swallowed by this. The hands that are wreathed in the black smoke kind of just begin to rip the castle in half as it's coming for you. And as this thing comes for you itself, the hand reaches out. You make no effort. It grabs you, and as it grabs you, you feel yourself being pulled almost away from the planet. Just instant, like you're not sure where you're going, and as you go, all you're just seeing is just elongated starlights. And as it continues, it takes you to a point of familiarity. All around you is just this sickeningly gray town, and you're thrown to the ground. And as you're thrown to the ground, your who you assume to be your god and savior whips around the sky to a familiar one-eyed visage that looks down upon you and this ruined town. And as that happens, the entity you presume to be Bane kind of apparates a bit more, and he kind of, without speaking, you can feel him urging you in the direction of Vecna. And as that happens, it kind of, you're given a second to react, but all you can feel is that has Bane chosen a side, and you wake up in your bed.
And as that deep sort of like wake up from a nightmare, inhale.
You're holding the stone in your hand.
Yeah. The piece of the rod.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of just has this visible sweat that's just come off of him. He's breathing heavily. Takes a moment for him to kind of get his internal composure and then his, external composure. Yeah, he gets up and
You look around and the castle's back to normal.
Mm.
No sign of Bane's destruction.
kind of just thinks to himself, unclear. He walks back over to Garret's bag and puts the rod back in. All the way to the bottom as he said he would.
Okay.
He doesn't immediately go back to his bed. He I think he would go on a walk. Not stay out all night thing. Still wants a long rest, but
Mm-hmm.
he would take time to reflect on that and take it all in and kind of decide what does that mean next for him.
Okay.
As you're in the hallway, you see Canis pacing.
I was
I
gonna
kind
say, if you don't
yeah,
bump
go ahead.
into somebody, you would have. I rolled and you would have bumped into Vera.
So
But,
if Canis is there, I'll go with that then.
Yes, it's one of the hallways. So he's out of people's view, and he's just kind of pacing back and forth with his head lowered.
Kind of I'll imagine that he's got to walk by you to go on his walk to get to the exit, so to speak. So he'll just sort of walk that way and walk straight down the middle. If you're like pacing in a circle or back and forth, he's just gonna walk without trying to avoid you. Not to get your attention. He's just walking in a straight line.
I definitely notice you. I kind of give you a leer as if was almost interrupted, but I don't say anything to you.
I keep walking.
I go, can't sleep.
No. You?
Makes two of us.
Sometimes I need to clear my head.
Oh, I wish I could clear my head sometimes.
I know what you mean. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Oordem, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Doing what? Walking out at night?
No, this whole thing. Reversing the multiverse for Rod parts.
Perhaps because I was chosen? Either
Chosen.
by destiny or by
Destiny.
Vecna?
Wrong place, the wrong time. Now we're destined for it.
That is what can happen. If it wasn't you and me, it would have been somebody else. Do you not want to go on this? Do you not want to stop Vecna? Do you not want to protect the Astral Sea of your home in the Astral Sea? Do you want to power away? Do you want to just leave it for somebody else to take care of?
Of course I don't want the universe to be destroyed.
What? What do you want then?
Enjoy your walk.
I don't think I will, but I'll enjoy it better than a sleep. Enjoy your pacing. I look forward to learning about the Astral Sea from you. Good night.
It's a whole lot of nothing until you get to a little bit of something.
Feels like a metaphor.
Okay.
Oh, and just walk off, yeah.
Okay. Obviously, go out for a bit, like an hour or so.
Yeah.
Candace, as you're standing there and pacing, you can't help but feel like for a moment, like you're like someone's still standing there, and as you turn, you think it's Oordem, but there's actually a woman standing there. A woman robed in brown. The robe itself kind of covers everything, and it kind of comes up, and just barely peeking out the bottom of her hood is a couple blonde, like dirty blonde curls, and the woman is trouble sleeping. Your pacing is keeping me up.
I'll take it elsewhere.
I'm up now. I'm here for a conversation if you want.
No need to. Don't bother. Couldn't help anyway.
Are you sure?
I try to kind of peer at what I can make out of the face.
You just make out a tannish, paler face. Just a lower bit of her jaw, but that's about it.
Are you looking for me?
I've heard you before. We've paced a couple times. I'm just here to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine. No need to worry.
That's what I do.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You know,
Do you know who you are?
of course I do. And name is Canis.
No. Who are you really? carry a lot of pain. A lot of confusion as well.
What do you know about me? Who do you think you are that you think you know who I am?
She walks up to you gently.
I take a step backwards.
She stops and holds her hands out as she kneels down. And just from her sleeve, she pulls out like this longer, almost like a red ribbon. And she sets it on the ground.
Does this have any significance to Canis?
The ribbon itself looks a little beat up. The ribbon, it's not entirely red. It's splotched white, so you can tell it's almost like bloodied. And she just sets it down. This is for you.
I look down in confusion.
When you feel like talking, be it about whatever you wish. You just need to think about our encounter. I do hope you'll accept the gift.
What do I call you?
A friend. Don't worry. I'm nothing like whatever is producing this, and she points towards the hand itself that is skeletal.
Mm.
You get a sense from this woman of just best way to describe it is just like life magics, like just radiant
Life magic.
Yeah, like radiant magic that you've dealt with daily,
Okay, yeah.
but you get a sense of that from her. Like there's certain sense, like a smell to the magic, I guess would be the best way to use it to describe it.
Pineapple, yeah. I won't wait till she leaves before I pick it up.
She takes off around the corner, and as she takes off around the corner, you hear her footsteps fade. But as soon as it's around the corner, the footsteps are just gone, just nothing.
Okay.
But the ribbon itself remains.
A white ribbon splotched with blood?
With red.
With red, yeah. Any other markings or identifying marks?
You pick it up and it feels if it looks dirty and beat and worn, but it feels clean like silk.
Yeah, so it's not like fresh blood or anything.
No.
Can I do any sort of check to see if I have any recollection of what this might symbolize?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a religion.
Was expecting a candlestick to happen. 13.
He's common enough. You know that red ribbons are kind of synonymous with the god Ilmater.
Oh shit.
Can you put that in the chat?
Yeah, 1 second.
So I, as a player, don't recall that name.
He is the. We'll say Canis understands that it's Ilmater, and then you can look into it, and then that way you both learn.
Okay.
And it's just funny.
You can look into it in character as Canis, and you'll both learn.
I will immediately go to the library.
Okay. It doesn't take much. He's probably worshipped a little bit in this city itself, honestly. He is the crying god. He is the god of He's a lawful good god. His symbol are hands bound at the wrist with red cord, and he is a god that wishes to preserve life, but he is also the god of suffering.
Willing suffering.
Correct.
It's like that guy from the Da Vinci Code who, like,
Self-flagellation.
yes, self-flagelates himself.
Yeah. No. This is the best. The thing that you see the most about this guy is that his title. It just kind of repeats as our martyred father. Our martyred father.
Okay.
Very self-sacrificial kind of.
Yeah, I can. And he remains confused about the encounter.
What do you do with the ribbon?
I'll pocket it.
Okay. Anything else then from your pacing, or do you go back to bed?
I think I'll finally go back to bed.
Okay.
Canis, what were you doing in the library?
Got him.
I didn't know you could read. She doesn't say that. That's a joke. Midnight reading?
Couldn't
Looking
sleep.
for a bedtime story?
Couldn't sleep. Get my mind off things.
A lot has happened in a very, very short amount of time.
Life tends to throw big changes at you suddenly sometimes.
Especially when you least expect it.
I've had a few of those lately.
What, like traveling together with a group, being sucked into a world-saving event, having to kill a lich, that kind of thing.
You know, same old, same old.
Every day.
A Tuesday.
Exactly. Are you sad that Nima's gone?
He ponders for a moment, and he reminded me of someone I knew a long time ago.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Friend? Brother? Lover?
Who knows anymore?
Okay. Fair enough.
So you don't sleep, do you? Just
Um,
even not like an elf, you just power down? How does that work?
I still, I guess, have always. I guess it is quite similar to an elf. I don't need to sleep like you do. I've always been able to hear and see everything going on around me when I'm asleep. Air quotes. I don't move or anything, but I am fully aware of what's going on.
Were you afraid when you found out you were someone else than what you thought you were?
Terrified. Absolutely terrified. I spent my entire my entire life, I suppose, or the memories I have of, thinking I was something and somebody else. And then to have it all completely flipped around, upside down, inside out. It is a lot.
May not believe this, but might know how you feel.
Oh. Are you also a robot?
Well, that's a secret for another night.
I'm sure that in some ways, all of us have something similar. Some secret. Secrets seem to be quite the common theme.
I think that's why we were chosen, because we all have something we're hiding from the god of secrets.
Well, to be fair, my
Or am I
secret
looking too
was
much
a
into it?
My secret was even a secret from me.
Ah, secrets upon secrets.
Exactly. We're a beacon of secrets that we can't tell or shouldn't be. Ugh. But no, it is. It's very scary. Everything I thought I knew, I don't anymore. Everything I thought I was, I'm not. Not really.
I'll just ponder this for a moment, and then I'll say my goodnights.
Sleep well, Kenneth. And if you ever need me to read you a bedtime story, all you have to do is
I
ask.
know how to read. I read very well. I'm a good reader.
His favorite book's The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Harold in the Purple Crown.
The very hungry space hamster.
Okay. Anything else for the evening? The eventful evening?
Nope.
Is Oordem back?
I would say
He'll come
after
back.
about an hour, yeah, he comes in.
Yeah, he comes back. Just kind of like walks in, just goes back to his bed.
Vera's eyes are just following him.
You don't know if he notices or not, but he doesn't turn to you.
I clapped
Very
twice.
focused.
I clapped twice to turn Vera's nightlight eyes off.
Just out of her eyes.
I go, Vera, lights off.
Vera!
I'm
No,
I'm sorry.
lights.
I'm sorry, I don't know the name of that.
Exactly.
Playing alternative rock.
All right. After a very boring night, you guys all get a full rest.
Woo.
Meaning you're now your proper level. And morning comes, and you guys are greeted with a nice breakfast as usual.
Is that snot-nosed kid from one of the early episodes still there?
No, he was there because it was a party.
Just some kid that roams the castle.
Turns out he's part of the cult, so they had to get rid of him.
Yeah, they got rid of him. he was
Strung him up.
he was in charge. He was in charge of the call up in the northern area.
Candace likes this.
Morning comes. Yeah, everybody's meeted for breakfast. You can arrive whenever you want.
Now we're properly at level 11.
Properly at level 11. Yes.
Nemo love breakfast.
Reynaud will be
already.
indulging himself as well this time. Figures he'll see you guys off. Once you guys gather and sit through breakfast, and Reynaud will be eating, and then he just says, "I assume you'll be leaving relatively soon."
Places to be.
No, actually, I think Vecna can wait. It's gonna take like another week. Be fine. Nothing can go wrong.
I mean, it's your call. I can.
I was joking. We're going to
Okay.
find this rod. Or was it rod of... What was it again?
Rod of Law.
That one, yes. Thank you.
And as you're saying that, Reynold flags Olu over and he
I
whispers.
keep forgetting you're there.
He whispers something in his ear. Well, I will have Olu contact Lady Illustrial, and you will be able to be transported whenever you wish. I apologize. I must be quick. There's much to do.
Yes, the city's always running.
Arvin is always up my ass. He's quiet, but he is efficient.
Your work never stops.
Reynold walks over and gives you a kiss on the top of your head. I mean this with the most utmost sincerity. It's a joy to see you back, Ellanis.
It'll feel better when the universe is not at stake and there's less corpses in the ground. Or more corpses in the ground? Dealing with undead's weird.
Let's just say I'd prefer the corpses where they are.
There you go.
If he
I think that's a good way.
succeeds, things could change.
Yes, I'd rather the dead stay dead than the living. Well, okay, now that doesn't...
Yeah, I'm going.
Have fun.
He
Can
takes off with
I
Arvin.
can I actually stop him briefly
that's
before
fine.
he goes? Just out of earshot of everybody else. Before you go, you did mention about a royal decree. I don't have a royal decree, but if you could pass a message on to Crito for me, and the person's at Crito.
Sure. What do you need?
Let them know that Oordem will now be... It's no longer Oordem the Resolute, but Oordem the Pious. Seems simple, but they'll understand it. He doesn't elaborate on that.
Okay, he looks down to Harvin, makes sure Harvin got that. Harvin nods and closes the book.
Cool.
I appreciate that.
We will pass it along.
And we'll keep her safe this time. The nods over to Ellanis.
You know, he kind
Out
of puts
of
his
your
hand,
shot. Almost, yeah. Oh.
he
Go
puts
ahead.
his hand on your shoulder and kind of like directs the two of you away from the table to talk. You do seem better fit to this sort of work and not so much leading. Don't mean to offend, but
I feel I'm in a sense of state of finding myself.
well, perhaps this will be more than enough to help you get to your chosen destination.
I believe it will.
Excellent. Well, good luck. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Nods him.
Just not you,
Nods.
Garret. No, I'm just kidding.
I get it.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
He just walks out, and Harvin turns with the book, with this big book, and he just bows you guys, and he takes off.
Thank you.
So,
Hey.
pretty much in the room, just awkward Olu in the corner.
Could you also send a message to my father?
If a mask could sweat, it would. No, I'm just kidding. What do you need me to say, my lady?
I'm alive and well. Ellanis did what he was supposed to be doing, but doesn't stop me from... It didn't stop me from accepting the call. I will pop back eventually, but right now the universe needs saving. So,
I have a feeling you'll be seeing him soon, so you can pass it along to him.
fair enough. Guess it's time for vigil.
Sigil.
Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. It's okay.
When everyone is ready, I will call for Lady Ellanis to summon you.
All right, ring her up.
Oh, question, by the way. Do I have the teleportation circle for Neverwinter?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I just wanted to...
It'll take you. You set it up. It'll take you to the room that you guys usually stay in.
Okay, yeah, I will set one up there.
Yeah.
Quick out of character thing, player thing. For the group as learning the next spell that I have, are we still okay with healing spells? Because I have the ability to grab heal now if we want that.
I think you are the healer.
Right,
We'll
I will.
say if you are.
Yeah, I will grab that for now, and I will grab a more fitting spell when I have a second spell slot or second choice for a 6th level spell.
Okay. All right. If no other objections, Olu calls to Lady Ellanis, and in a flash, you guys get together, and just a similar teleportation. There's a whirl and a wisp and a crack of arcane, and you guys end up in your usual spot in the sanctum.
In all of our teleportations
I don't know why this is
things,
taking forever.
we haven't had another interception by Vecna, have we? Like,
No.
any sense of it?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm seeing the
No, I
the
know
combat.
it's
Oh,
taking
oh,
forever to get this thing over to. There it is.
There we go.
Yay!
But you guys are now in the familiar halls of the Sigil Sanctum, run by Lady Ellanis Silverhand. And as you guys appear over here, seated on the couch, is the Wizards 3, accompanied by Melania. They are all discussing. And as you guys come in, Lady Ellanis is very pleased, and she stands up. Oh God, it feels like it's been forever. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Is everyone okay?
Well, we have someone new for you to meet.
I was made aware, but the surprise is still intact.
Hey.
Tasha stands up. Not that I want to ruin surprises, but I have something I need to tend to. Apologies. There is a certain liquidy boy that needs help getting home. And we'll leave it at that. She walks off towards the inner workings of the sanctum.
My eyes will follow her.
She goes up the stairs, and as she goes up the stairs, you just kind of hear her kind of fade off. You can hear mutterings upstairs, and some of the other knights come and go, but yeah, you guys have the sanctum, and Ellanis walks up. Did you happen to find what you were looking for?
Use of the rod. First of 7.
And we already know where the next one is. Well, in theory.
So my theory is true.
So far, yes, it seems to be.
Excellent. That's wonderful news. Melania, I guess I'll prepare some tea. If anyone needs anything, I'll be upstairs. Celestial takes a seat, smiling. Morden King, I know you're full of business, but it's lovely to see that they're all back. Yes, I actually agree for once.
Admit it, you missed us.
Of course. Without you guys, who would help us?
I'm sure that you would manage just fine on your own.
We weren't the ones chosen. Without your lot's help, we wouldn't have known that any of this was happening to begin with. Nevertheless, may I see the piece? I'll prepare a locational transmutation while you're all getting reacquainted with one another.
Yeah, I have it here.
Morgan walks up with it. Walks up for it.
Garret is hesitant as usual. He looks to it, to Mordenkainen.
You hear in your head, you have far scarier things to worry about, my boy.
He'll hand it over. And in speaking into Mordenkainen's head, Garret will say, this part of the rod gave me visions of what looked to be the astral sea. Or the astral plane.
He holds it, and it's like he's looking at something as you say that. And in out loud, I see. Fascinating. That does prove my theory. Right, I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to conduct some scrying and figure out where to send you all. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
He rolls his eyes at the whenever you're ready, because Celestial kind of sits back and she's like, It's like she doesn't want to like force you guys to do anything.
Matter of fact, Mordenkainen, would you mind if I watch?
Can I watch?
I watch you handle the rod.
Oh, it's not like that. It's just
Yes, certainly. It's you do
I
what
want
you
to
want
be
to
able
do.
to do cool shit like this one day.
I know we all want to handle rods. It's okay. I appreciate it.
We've all
None of that
handled a rod once in our life. It's okay.
Go ahead, Kasey.
Fine. But don't get in my way.
No, just fucking explain it to me as you do it, and I won't.
He won't.
Watch your tone, boy. Come.
Oh.
Kind of walks
Go on.
he walks into the library and kind of disappears from sight.
Garret will follow. Wave to the others.
Have fun.
Have fun. Enjoy the rod.
I'll fucking do my best. Also, stop that.
Guess all the details later.
Don't make it weird.
Lady Electro waves a hand and the door just slides closed
Thank you.
behind them.
Now we don't have to hear it.
Don't make me silence you too.
We were all thinking it, right?
I certainly was not.
I'm pretty sure you were the only one. Which speaks more about you than anybody else, really.
Welcome home. I'm glad you're all here. Ellanis, it is the utmost pleasure to see you again. You probably don't remember.
I do not.
When you were
I was
younger,
little.
but now that you're older, you have grown into a fine woman.
Oh, I mean, similar. Okay.
Just take the compliment.
It's been a long week. Here.
As she
Decade.
leans back, Millennium's coming down with trays of tea.
Thank
And
you.
some of the little automatons are in tow.
But I appreciate the help, especially all that you've given. All you've given them, pointing to the rest of the entourage.
We haven't given them much other than just direction.
Well, it led them to me, so
I'm sure you had a hand in that.
kind of.
Smiles at the kind of.
But I'm here now, and in it for the long haul.
If you're willing to help us,
In exchange,
an exchange.
so how do you feel about the Raven Queen?
It's been a while since I've had some tea with her. We haven't sat down and had a little one-on-one in, I'd say, ever. But my opinions of her are, I prefer her over Vecna.
Is there a possibility in the realm of arcane studies and whatever the three of you do that you could find a way to possibly tell her to fuck off?
I'm sure while you're here, you're safe from her. I can guarantee that. But the fucking off department is more of Tasha's department.
Hmm.
But I'm sure she could manage something.
I just,
Or maybe even your father. I could call for him.
you could, you could, or we wait on that.
Right. Okay. No problem. You know he has dealt with deities before.
Keeps telling me about it.
I mean, how else would Jonas be born, you know?
I know.
Ooh.
Oh, a special one.
Vera, you do know that all it takes is just contact with a deity to
No, I know.
have an ASMR.
I know. It's just funny to hear it.
I feel like
That was
Illustrious would have
that was a-
scolded Vera.
No, that was a Jess thing. That wasn't a
No,
Vera
I know.
thing.
Well, I am sure that we can come up with something, be it some sort of ward, or even if you just manage somehow yourself. Your friends and allies have been progressing quite rapidly. There's a lot of people in your corner.
I would say it's demeaning to have a god on the other side, but I guess that's the same for everyone.
I've been meaning to ask, is everyone doing well, or are you still all on board? Ready and prepared? It's kind of been eating at me. I know that we've just kind of tossed you into this, but I also know that you kind of stumbled into it yourself. But, I mean, at any point you can step out.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
And what about you, Vera?
I have no intentions of stepping out.
Bellegarde aside, what about you, Vera?
I have no intentions.
Good.
This is something that I am to do for whatever reason, so I'm going to do it. And I'd also like to, she kind of like lifts her hand and like, it's gauntleted, so not like you can see it, right? But she's just like,
I understand. Skeletal hands and spectral eyes are rather gaudy, aren't they?
not for me, personally. I'm sure somebody out there, Garret, might appreciate the aesthetics a bit more.
Speaking of, something I wish to ask the lot of you. Just when it comes to with what we're dealing with, just keep an eye on one another. You will need each other.
Of course.
Things will get scary out there. Temptations will arise. Just remind each other that you're human. Or that you're people. I really can't urge you all enough that what you're doing is the right path. Nevertheless, the Astral Sea.
Apparently. It's exciting.
How could it get out there?
We're talking about a magic rod that can change the multiverse. I don't think we ask those kind of questions.
Ellanis.
Yes?
She just like looks at her like
What?
watch your tone.
It's like it could be anywhere. This thing has been lost for how long you told me? Like ever?
It's so odd to me that it just floated out into the middle of space. She leans forward and gets her cup filled, and Melania takes a seat next to her. And... Right, so while you were all absent, Hannes, we had a visitor. Something about a meeting with some Githyanki.
Like, my eyes will kind of dart around real quick. I go, oh, yes, of course, thank you. Thank you.
I didn't really take the message, as they're not allowed into the sanctum, but I told them I would pass it along.
I'll give like a curt nod and quickly sip my tea.
She gives like this coy smile at everybody else.
Just like the mom's like, I don't know what you can do with your friends, but just be good.
Exactly. Now I've been thinking. I know a while ago we offered you some things from the cupboard, but I think that it's time that we relinquish some of those things at a more deserving rate, just to help you guys along a little bit.
You're gonna start charging us. Is that what you're saying?
No, a deserving rate, something that you deserve. You guys have worked off more than enough to pick something that will help you. Warning Canaan's against it, but I don't care. It's my sanctum. Lady Tasha backs me up because anytime we go against Morden, it's funny.
When you said deserving rate, I really did think, like, wait, is she gonna set up a shop? Shop here?
I mean, we can certainly take the purchase. It's probably, I can't give it to you for free, but if you're willing to find something and offer up some sort of
Family discount.
of course, we can offer you at least half off of maybe whatever it is you're looking for, if we can provide it.
All that money she paid me, it's gonna go to great use.
Must be nice to have money.
I was joking. She didn't pay me anything.
The first thing will be of a lighter quality, but still just as important.
If we're talking spell scrolls,
Garrett's in the library.
Pause his head.
Fuck.
Haha.
Yeah.
So she's pretty much if you guys like need any like a +1 armor or something, it's nothing fantastic, but like obviously she'll get just one item that if you're interested in. Probably minor, or just like a +1 weapon or armor or something. It's more or less how she's describing it. But moving forward, we'll say that this is a shop that if you need to find something, it'll be half off and it'll be possibly available if it's not a fucking artifact.
I certainly wouldn't mind my +1.
Don't worry about it now. We're almost near the end. We'll worry about it if you over the break.
That would be fantastic.
I want
You're
+1 power armor.
You're all far more than deserving. And think of it like a thank you and a payment, sort of. I mean, there's not much that we can do other than that, right?
Well, Oordem doesn't say anything; he just kind of like zips it.
No, well, go ahead, speak up. We're all allowed to talk here.
Oh no,
Cue Ball isn't in the room.
all I meant was you're able to obviously provide us more, not that we are that we are deserving of that, but you are very powerful entities.
If you are in need of our service, be it in enchanting or scrolls or anything like that, we could offer that as well.
That is all I meant. Thank you.
Of course. It will cost the normal resources, but we'll of course do the labor for free. There's your half off right there.
Yeah. Boy, it'd be nice to have money. You have a vault anywhere that is maybe not guarded? I don't say that here.
I'm rich, but I'm not that rich. Besides, you're being gifted the presence of Morgan Kane. He would argue that.
Don't say that around Garret.
Don't say it like
The
that.
door behind them slides open. I heard everything.
Oh no.
My ears
That's
are
exactly what Celestial does. She's like, "Oh no, sorry, and allow me to apologize."
Oh no, what do we
Just
do?
more doing birthday parties. Can we hire him for a birthday party?
Did you figure out what you needed, Morgan? Of course we did. So pretty much the process. This is as you expected it. He was. You and him were scrying the shit out of. Oh, you don't have the spell, but do you have the spell?
I do not have scry yet.
Well, we will say for half the price, you can learn scry through that session there.
I don't really have any money.
Well, then you can learn scry there. That session. We'll say it took long enough. You're fine. You learn scry through that session.
Oh, yeah.
But
Wow, it turned into half off just for free, huh?
well, to be fair, you guys do. The book is not telling me to give you money, which is rough. So, like I said, you guys are gonna get an item. He can get some spells. It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, I mean, you've dangled riches in front of us, but I was like, yeah, I kind of want to not get killed by all the birds, so let's just forget them.
Well, no, for real. The last
Right? No, I trust you.
the last expensive thing the book told me about was that room that you guys were running past.
Oh man.
That's it. Anyway, so Mordecai comes in and, well, it appears that we found the accurate location. Triangulated well enough, I suppose. I think that the young wizard has learned quite a bit.
Does Garret look pleased with himself?
Motions to Garret.
Does he have that afterglow?
He's satisfied. You got a spell it.
So Mordecai is gonna walk around and take a seat, and he'll start sipping on that tea.
Could you teach me another spell?
Oh my god.
So demanding.
In due
I'm
time.
not demanding, I'm asking nicely, please.
In due time.
Here's modified memory. What? Yeah, see?
Well, no, I already have that.
At least I thought I did.
As you guys are kind of chit-chatting like you are now, we will say that there's some steps coming down the stairs. And for the moment, you see Ellanis, you mainly lock eyes with Hone, who finally has a token.
Yay!
Hey.
Cute.
She comes down and she's owning every... Ellanis? This is practically like your only sister.
Mm-hmm. And the reaction of, hey, how's it been? Been great? Nothing.
Oh my god! So she runs over.
Yeah, and Alana's will actually kick up. This time, likely moving or spilling Garrett's tea and hugging her.
Hey! Hey! What?
As you're hugging her and she's like, oh my god, I need to know, guys, I need to know everything. Where'd you been? What happened? She's like talking to you, holding you by your arms, and as you look past her, you see the captain at the top of the steps. And Celestial looks to the group and she's just like,
So I know rope trick. Not a good idea.
what'd you say?
I know rope trick. So if need be, I can't just disappear.
He's kind of just like standing there with his sword in his sheath in his hand and staff, like he's like preparing to leave, like they're about to go on his back, and he just drops the sword and it kind of like clatters down the steps, and then he puts the staff on his back. Am I dreaming?
No, you're actually not. You didn't hear?
Garret!
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, Illustrial, no?
I did not tell him.
Oh.
It's not my place. Honea, loyal draconic servant, just steps off to the side at this point.
No, I'm here. I'm with you.
He comes down slowly, and you're not sure what reaction you were gonna get.
Yeah, I am taking the dodge action.
But his sword kind of just slides across the floor into the middle of the group. He's still coming down slowly. What happened to your face?
Well, I got sick and tired of the rest of them having elven blood, so. This very bad joke, I'm sorry. She hugs.
He holds his hands there for a moment, not sure what to do. And then he kind of comforts you, and he just puts his head into your shoulder and kind of covers his eyes. Everybody can just hear a long, audible sigh coming from the captain. And Lydia Lustral stands up. Well, that was exciting.
Can't just shoot her.
And he kind of pulls back and just glances you over. He brings brings his thumbs and fingers up to your pointed ears and kind of like doesn't touch them, but he's just completely confused. And
I will. Go blame the Raven Queen.
that bitch.
Yeah. That bitch. almost killed me and my friends.
He pulls back, still in confusion, and pushes his hair back, and Honea comes over to grab the sword. And she picks it up. She kind of pulls it out a second and looks at it. Just glances over to the group. Alessia walks over to the captain. Captain? Yes, my lady. If you need time with your daughter, it's more than allowed. Obviously, it's been how long, Ellanis? What?
It's been too long. For both of us. And I would appreciate a moment of time, actually.
You're more than welcome to it.
I do need to know something.
He reaches for the sword, and he thanks Honea. Thank you. He puts it on his waist. What? Anything?
Not in front of them.
Of course. This way. I'll lead you to my quarters. And as you guys walk up,
she cannot hide the little resentment right now.
He walks up the stairs. Honea is coming up too, and he's just no. And Honea just listens. And you follow him?
Yep.
Okay.
Very much do.
So you go upstairs and he stops about halfway. What is it that you like? He speaks quietly. What is it that you need? What's the matter?
Mother.
What about her?
What you know about her?
As much as you do, but aside from the personal stuff, aside from just us, why?
Well, either she didn't know or she lied to us.
What happened?
I don't know. A year-long revenge ploy. Right. Wherever she was from, wherever she came from.
What do you know, Ellanis?
I know.
What are you not telling me? We'll say it's quiet but audible enough that most people can hear. Just to save us some re-explain.
Mm-hmm. Wherever she was with, whoever her family was, worked at least somewhat her in some regard to the Raven Queen.
You mean?
My life was a long debt waiting to be repaid. That's when.
I knew nothing about this.
Do you know anything about the name Dolendar?
Dolendar? No. Did she know some? Is this tied to her in any way?
That was her name. Or her family's name.
Ellanis, I assure you she never told me this. He seems genuine in that. But I'll definitely be looking into it.
Just keep. Understand, I mean nothing by this on you or anyone in the family. This. I didn't deserve this. I think right now we should work to fix it.
He attempts to go for your hands.
Stone cold palms.
Yeah, I assure you, more than any of your brothers, I can sympathize with you in this.
If you can try and figure out more, you can. I know you can travel everywhere, and obviously Lady Illustrial has you going place to place, thing to thing.
Protecting who I can, yeah.
I want answers so I know what I'm having to fight against.
I'll look into it while you are all off getting the next piece.
Yes, getting Astral Sea.
I promise.
I'll tell you later. But there's more to the story. I just need time.
I understand. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Mordenkainen stands up. Well, now that the family reunion is taken care of, with all due respect, Captain Emberwillow, I must see to it that we should certainly
Hurry this up.
get them where they need to go.
Thank you.
The more people that put eyes on these parts, the more likely it is that others will find out about them. And I'm sure you all returned ready to go.
We're not here for rest and relaxation.
Really gonna head right back into the breach, as it were.
Master Kenneth, you may prove useful in this next endeavor. Just keep your mind sharp.
I always keep my mind sharp.
As you guys are talking, Lady Elestral's gonna walk up to the captain, and she's gonna kind of put her hand on his wrist. He's gonna look to her and, for the first time, smile. And in the whole time you've ever known this guy. Well, then, whenever you're ready, I'll be preparing right over here, and where the usual portal goes is underneath the exit. We don't know what's in store, but just remember that when you're in the astral sea, you can think and move.
With respect, isn't that how it generally works anyway?
It doesn't require your legs, it's pure flight.
Candace, were you ever going to share this with us?
Well, that's like if you're projecting yourself into the astral plane.
No.
isn't it?
If you're in the astral sea itself, not wild space, but the astral sea, which is between wild spaces.
I wanted
to
it.
think where to go.
I wanted it to be a surprise. Surprise.
Surprise! As he begins the incantation. Well, then, I didn't expect everyone to be so ready and raring to go. I thought, well, whenever the portal's ready, it's on you lot.
So we can retroactively get those items.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
do that in the downtime of
Sessions.
in the downtime of in downtime between sessions, but also when Mordenkainen and Garret were doing their thing. It's
Okay.
gonna be long. It's gonna be longer than it was here,
Yeah.
kind of deal. All right, so the portal opens. Anyone have anything to say or do before that happens?
It's always
Be safe.
portals.
The portal will open and it will remain open until your task is complete. If anything comes through here that isn't you, I must close it. I want you all aware of that, and if it happens, I'm afraid that your only way out will be for somehow for Garret to magically learn the spell to escape. I don't think that will happen.
Well, that's very unlikely
I
then.
will do my best.
We're doomed.
I've been practicing. Yeah, I don't think Oordem has anything to say. Just
Okay.
is ready.
So you guys get ready to head into this portal. The portal opens, and as it opens, you see swirls of red and purple and just pure silver. And as that happens, the portal itself the entirety of this place kind of just begins to tons of air just starts getting sucked out of this room. And as that happens, you guys can standing by the portal and anybody want to go into the portal end up just getting like sucked in, just like whoa! And let me see here. One moment. As you guys get sucked in pretty much one by one. Where is it? Oh.
Gone. I was never here.
We'll just do this. You pass through what seems to be again like, oh, it is here. Time and space across what appears to be it feels like you guys just immediately are just sucked of all air, but at the same time you could breathe. Sounds kind of just stop, but at the same time you could hear them. And as you guys step in, you float through this almost just like gaseous cloud. And as you step through this doorway, you enter almost a silver clouded void. And off in the distance, you can just see lucent wisps of white and gray fog that swirl in and among these like pinpricks of starlight. And for a split second, as you guys step in, you have this sense of like no sense of direction, and you immediately begin plummeting as these silver clouds shift, and you're free falling towards this large colossal mass. And in that moment of free fall, you see this large, what appears to be almost like a corpse intertwined with a ship of some sort. And as you guys see this, you realize that you're able to move based off what Mordenkainen said, and you stop. And as you gather your bearings, this is the corpse of, like I said, or at least like Garret said, this is the corpse of a dead or dying god. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Question. If, well, while we're in the sea, if we try to speak, do we make any sounds?
You do, yeah.
Okay. Well, damn.
This
If I
is-
recall, good.
This is obviously the portal, Mordecai's portal. And this is the corpse. But yes, that is it for tonight.
Ah, it's good stuff.
That was
Good lord dump all around. I think everybody had lord dump except Vera.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
still lore dumps that Vera could be interested in, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely. But
Yeah.
hey, I mean, you already got your your background being a mystery to you, and then figured it out. So.
No, there's still mystery to that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not solved, but yeah, it was good. That was good.
But yeah, welcome to the lambent zenith.
Space.
Nice.
Space.
That's where I first brought most of you. Because the first game that we played was the Wild Space Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, off in the
It's like
distance,
poetry,
you
everything
guys
rhymes.
can see a constellation of a bear.
Winking.
A bear with an accordion.
Yeah.